Okay, goodbye.
Thanks to Route 31.
Serves it right.
New at 4:30, a charge has been dropped against a South Carolina school bus driver who was caught on camera shutting a bus door on a child's arm. Child's family is outraged and says they'll fight tooth and nail to get some kind of justice for their traumatized little girl.
Adriana Lawrence goes frame by frame into the new surveillance video showing the incident and explains why the driver has been cleared of wrongdoing.
Get in! Get in! Get in!
7-year-old Eliza was coming home from school last August. She was just about to get off the bus, but was scared because she saw dogs outside.
There's no dog! No, there isn't! Go!
Get off, honey. We gotta go. We got kids, gotta get home.
After about a minute and a half of the bus driver and assistant telling her to get off the bus and Eliza refusing, the driver shuts the door on her arm. The bus driver drove in reverse for about 30 seconds with her arm outside of the bus.
I know, she should have put her hand there.
Yeah, we already moved it now.
Eventually, the driver let her off and said this.
Okay, goodbye.
Thanks to Route 31.
Serves it right.
Thomas Michael Interlandi was charged with unlawful conduct toward a child and released on a $10,000 bond. That charge was dropped because the 15th Circuit solicitor Jimmy Richardson says there was no probable cause. Eliza's mom, Stephanie Floyd, says both the bus driver and assistant need to be in jail.
Can't tell me that he did not do this intentionally.
That's right.
He did it intentionally. I don't see how the judge didn't see probable cause in this.
Horry County Schools told us in September Interlandi was no longer with the school district, but did not say whether he quit or was fired. The video was provided to the child's family by Horry County Schools through a public records request. News 13 asked HCS for this video back in September, but we were denied because of a family privacy law. Floyd and her family say they believe this is a racial matter.
The system that's failing my grandchild today is going to be the same system going to fail one of y'all children one day.
Yeah.
If we don't put a stop to it today.
Floyd says her daughter now suffers from PTSD and is going through physical therapy. John C. Barnett, a national civil rights activist for the True Healing Under God, says if he, as a black man, were the bus driver and closed the door on a white girl's arm, he would be in jail right now facing multiple charges.
This is 3 seconds that her daughter would never forget. Traumatized. Don't even want to get on a bus anymore. I wouldn't either. And so we're demanding, not asking, we're demanding that they press charges.
Let's go ahead and bring in Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Kali Frode. So, Kali, first, they said that there was no probable cause in this case. So go ahead and explain that.
Probable cause is in its very, very easiest form to understand that there was the high likelihood that there was a crime that was committed and that that individual, whoever the alleged person is the individual that committed the crime. Very basic standard. Very low end of the legal standard, not high, not the standard to commit someone or charge someone with a crime. That is the very basic standard. And so the judge in this case said no. We don't believe that probable cause was there. Now, for probable cause, it's assault. You either have touched the person or caused some other item to touch the person. And so I looked at the video. It's pretty hard for me to see that how that there was not assault there, because he closed the door, and then you can hear his comments while the girl's arm is in the door. He said, should have pulled her arm back out. You kind of got what you deserved. I mean, so those kind of comments would lead you to believe that he fully intended, or at least was aware that her arm was in there. So even if I close your arm in there and it was accidental at the very beginning, well, I'm still driving for about 30 seconds with the arm still in there. So those comments are happening. So even if I did it on accident, I had intention to keep it in there. So my initial intent may have been to not close the door, but I intended to keep your arm in the door because he has control of the lever. And so I find it hard to believe that a judge found that there was no probable cause there. Not, again, the standard to convict, but just to charge. Allow a jury, allow a judge to determine that he's not guilty. But the minimum, the basics of a charge, I mean, the video is pretty crystal clear.
Well, yeah, it's all caught on video. That's why we have video on these buses. But if you're taking up this case, what's your argument here besides everything that you just laid out?
I mean, for me, the very, very first thing I'm doing, if I'm looking at this case from a civil claim, I mean, because that's the other angle, that there is going to be civil liability for the bus driver, for the bus company, because you have a driver that is clearly working within his natural scope of his business, driving a bus, and he's doing something that has now caused harm to my client. And so I'm going to say that he's caused her harm, traumatic harm that's going to have lifelong effects. On the criminal side, you can have a number of avenues. While that judge has found that there is no probable cause, there is also maybe a potential angle for a civil rights claim. I mean, because race is at play in this case, white bus driver, black young lady. So you could have a civil rights claim where they could bring charges. But in terms of on the state side right now, there's no charges. And so criminally, there's nothing that can happen unless the Department of Justice decides to come in and say this was a hate-based crime. You have video. You can't beat video evidence. I mean, that's the easiest thing you could do. And so this seems like an easy win for a civil case. The criminal case, it seems like they've added an additional hurdle where I think there still could be potential criminality there down the road with the Department of Justice. But on the civil side, I'm confused on how this isn't an easy win.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, a child involved in this video, very, very hard to watch. So we'll see how this plays out in court for that family.
Parent of four, hard to watch is an understatement. My daughters ride the bus every day. I would be disturbed is an understatement to see one of their arms getting stuck in the door.
Yeah,
and the comments after that made it even worse.
Absolutely. All right, Khalif, thank you.